Hi, I'm Sumit Karasinganahali, and this is my leadership application for the Walton Robotics team for 2024 to 2025. Question 1. Describe your vision of the most excellent Walton Robotics team imaginable. So my vision is a team full of motivated and enthusiastic engineers and presenters. I want this team to be cohesive, which means freshmen that are willing to engage and learn, as well as seniors that are willing to help the underclassmen learn. I want to make sure people are having fun, but they're also being disciplined while having fun. So they're doing things like communicating proactively and being patient with others. With this team, I want to make sure we're successful internationally, specifically on Einstein, where I want to win with the robot banner and the impact banner. I want to nurture skilled minds and make sure they're fit for their future, as well as grow my own skills for when I leave this team. I want to make sure people learn effectively and also want to help push this team forward. Question 2. What special skills or perspectives do you bring that would make you a good leader on the Walton Robotics team? I feel like my strongest characteristic is that I'm a strong leader. I feel like I'm inclusive and want to make sure everyone's opinions are heard. I can take responsibility as well as delegate responsibilities to other people. I can communicate effectively and make sure projects are managed. I like to stay organized and make sure we meet our deadlines as well as allocate resources effectively, as well as communicate with mentors to make sure that both parties know what's happening and when we need support from them. Additionally, being on the drive team, I know what it takes to have a good robot, and I will push the build department forward to take a direction that the drivers feel comfortable with. Being chief engineer last year, I have a good understanding of what it takes to run the build department, and I know specifically where we need to improve on. I want to put more effort into making sure we have more in-depth trainings, as well as make sure we use our prototyping time more effectively. I know where we need to improve in the build department, and I'm willing to put in the effort to make sure this build season is better than last year. Question 3. Explain how you'd help the Walton Robotics team achieve those goals. I would host more in-depth trainings where underclassmen and everyone know what specifically it takes to effectively design, build, and test and iterate on FRC subsystems. I want to make sure everyone in build is adequately trained and that they know specifically what they're doing so that we can delegate projects to them. I want to utilize resources like ClickUp more to map out earlier our projects throughout the off season as well as the regular season to make sure we are effectively meeting our deadlines so that each department has adequate time with the robot. I want to foster better communication between mentors and students so that we both are more cohesive when making decisions and planning meetings. I want to continue creating positive work environments to make sure everyone feels optimistic after each meeting. I want to make sure each department has adequate time with the robot, and I want to push the build department forward in a positive direction. Question 4. Explain how you'd help us rookies and second years get more involved on the team. To get rookies involved more, I would make sure they got more in-depth training on FRC components and subsystems. I would make sure they had a lot of class time about learning these different types of FRC mechanisms, but also have adequate hands-on time to make sure they can apply these skills. I would make sure rookies are comfortable with working with different tools and mechanisms and make sure they fully understand what they're doing so that they have a better idea of how it's actually helping us. For second years, I would try to bridge that gap between being a learner and being a leader. I would want to give them more leadership opportunities like milling or CADing different small parts for the robot. I would also make sure they could lead underclassmen and make sure that they actually knew how they're helping our robot.